Hey, tech enthusiasts! Welcome back to channel, where we explore the latest and greatest in the world of gadgets. Today's episode is going to be a roller coaster of excitement, because we're diving into the future with the best Samsung phones of 2024. So, buckle up, and let's jump right in. Number 5. Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus. The Galaxy S23 Plus is a superb like-for-like alternative to the ordinary S23. But its much higher price makes it difficult to sell to anyone who is satisfied with the much smaller size of its smaller sister. Furthermore, because there aren't many notable upgrades over the S22 Plus to be found here aside from processing power, battery life, and more storage options, this is probably a phone best suited to Galaxy newcomers, or those who simply can't afford the exorbitantly priced S23 Ultra. Because Samsung's once iconic contour-cut metalwork has been removed from around the camera array, the S23 Plus has the same appealing look as the standard 23, albeit in a larger 76.2 x 157.73 7.62 mm package. The 6.6-inch 2316 1080-pixel screen on the S23 Plus is large, brilliant, and responsive, even if it is mostly identical from its predecessor. The phone's adaptive refresh rate and brightness settings are also significant pluses. The S23 Plus retains its predecessor's 3 rear cameras, a 50MP f1.8 primary, a 12MP 2.2 ultrawide, and a 10MP 2.4 telephoto with 3x optical zoom. On the front, you'll find an upgraded 12MP camera. Number 4. Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5. Except for the ability to ultimately fold flat, Samsung hasn't attempted to reinvent the genre or dramatically improve the foldables display or style with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5. Instead, it adds a few minor but welcome improvements over the Z Fold 4, as well as a new chipset, but leaves opportunity for development. While the Z Fold 5 isn't significantly different from the Z Fold 4, its flat-folding form design tackles the series' greatest design flaw. Its excellent build quality and IP-certified water resistance set it apart. The main display is a 7.6-inch dynamic AMOLED 2X display with a resolution of 2176 x 1812 and an adjustable refresh rate of 1 to 120 Hz. The low end of the range saves battery life by not refreshing the screen when it isn't needed, but the high end means smoother games and video action. Meanwhile, the cover screen is a 6.2-inch dynamic AMOLED panel with a resolution of 2316:904. It features an adjustable refresh rate as well. However, the small aspect ratio isn't ideal. The Z Fold 5 has the same sensors as the previous 2 generations of Fold, but they're powered by a more powerful chipset. A selfie camera is also present on the cover screen, as well as a low-quality selfie cam beneath the main screen. We're glad the Z Fold 5 features Qualcomm's top-of-the-line Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 CPU, as it requires all the power it can get to perform multitasking gymnastics. The battery lasted about 15 hours, which is adequate, although we would have preferred more. Getting that far, however, is a credit to the chipset's power management abilities. It's one of the most costly phones, especially if you decide for extra storage than the standard 256 GB. However, if you want the greatest foldable on the market, you'll have to pay that price right now. The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 is a worthy successor to the Z Fold 4, bringing a flatter and lighter profile to the foldable concept. It has plenty of power and versatility, as well as high-quality components and materials. However, the same as last year's picture, and small cover screen pale in comparison to the much larger Pixel Fold. Number 3. Samsung Galaxy A54. The A54 is effectively a light version of the Galaxy S23, which is farther down the list, bringing several range features to a lower price point. It's not the cheapest phone Samsung offers by a long shot, but it's certainly mid-range and well worth considering if you're on a tight budget. The phone is medium-sized, measuring 158.276.78.2 millimeters and weighing 202 grams. It's not too huge to be awkward to use, as long as your mitts aren't too enormous. It's also undoubtedly appealing, using the S23 series floating camera design language. Other colors are equally lovely. The Samsung Galaxy A54 has one of the best-looking screens on a phone at this price point. It's a bright, colorful 6.4-inch Super AMOLED panel with FHD Plus resolution, 120 Hz refresh rate, and 1000 nits maximum brightness, which represents a significant improvement over its predecessor. The main camera is an optically stabilized 50MP f/1.8 sensor, joined by a 12MP ultra-wide and a 5MP f/2.4 macro sensor, after removing its predecessor's depth sensor due to all-focus pixels on the new main sensor. The snappers take images that are vivid and colorful, making shots of wildlife, cuisine, landscapes, or people pop. The dynamic range is good for a phone at this price, and photographs are crisp as long as they are taken with the main camera. The Galaxy A54 may outperform similarly priced competitors in terms of camera and display, but it falls short in terms of performance. The Exynos 1380 is a home-brewed piece of mid-range technology from Samsung that, while capable, falls short of comparable priced competition. Number 2. Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. Though it has now been surpassed by the S23 Ultra, last year's model remains an excellent choice for anyone looking for a large, powerful phone, not least because its price has plummeted since the 2024 version was released. The frame is made of bend-resistant armor aluminum. The metal is sandwiched between Gorilla Glass Victus Plus plates and polished to a near-chrome finish on the outside. The front glass has a high-gloss finish, while the back has a warm satin touch that repels fingerprints. It is also waterproof to IP68 standards. Another highlight is the 6.8-inch AMOLED screen. It has a resolution of up to 3088 x 1440 pixels, WQHD+, which works out to 500p and equals the S23 Ultra. In comparison, the iPhone 13 Pro Max's 6.7-inch 2778 x 1284 screen has 458p. It's worth mentioning that the S22 Ultra's default resolution is FHD+, which Samsung claims consumes less battery life. However, we switched midway through our testing and didn't detect much of a difference. The camera is the clear highlight of the S22 Ultra. There are two 10MP telephoto lenses, one with an f/2.4 aperture and a 36-degree field of view, FOV, and the other with an f/4.9 aperture and an 11-degree FOV. A 12MP ultra-wide camera with a 120-degree FOV is also included, as is a 108MP main wide camera, /1.8, with an 85-degree FOV. The zoom capabilities of the S22 Ultra easily outperform anything we've seen from a phone camera previously. The 3x and 10x optical zooms are obviously solid, but they also provide crisp shots of distant objects with enough clarity that you can cut in on features without seeing much pixelation. Number 1. Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. Despite having a similar appearance to the S22 Ultra, the Galaxy S23 Ultra is packed with advancements that propel it to the top of the Samsung phone rankings in 2024. In a word, this phone boasts a more durable design, faster memory, a more efficient battery, a custom-tuned processor, and a new 200MP main camera that outperforms its competitors. The S23 Ultra adds only minor tweaks to its predecessor's already great design. The pill-shaped top-down profile is similar, with curved front and back glass feeding into a metal frame. One difference is that the radius of the display's curving edges has been lowered, resulting in a larger flat surface area. Guys, that concludes our top 5 best Samsung phones of 2024 list. All product links are in the description, which is updated with the lowest prices. Subscribe to our channel for more videos. Until then, we'll see you in the next video.